How you going, guys? Curtis from Cutting Edge Engineering. So as you can see, our hydraulic press is leaking pretty badly. So today's job, we're going to be fixing it. This is a Metal Master 150 ton press. We bought this brand new about 8 years ago, and it does get used pretty much every day. I've definitely pushed this to its limit and got my money's worth out of it. But about 6 months ago, I did notice there was a little bit of oil weeping from around the seal on the ram. And since summer hit and everything has started to heat up, it has got a lot worse. Because this is an important machine in our workshop, it is a priority that we get it fixed before it completely blows the seal out and we lose the hydraulic press altogether. So that was wishful thinking that I would just be able to crack that with that pin spanner. So I am going to have to set up a block to hold the pin spanner. That way I can use a bit of pipe for extra leverage to try and crack the gland.
Why is it so tight now?
So I've got that gland moving and I have unwound it enough, but before I go any further, I do want to get all the oil out of the ram. But because this is a double acting cylinder and it does require hydraulic pressure on both sides of the piston in order for it to work, what I need to do is cycle the cylinder all the way to the bottom. That will get all the oil out of the bottom cavity. Then I can hook air pressure onto that and then cycle the cylinder back up, which will remove all the oil out of the top. So I've got that cylinder cycled all the way down, which means all the oil from that cavity has gone back through the hydraulic hose into the holding tank. So now what I need to do is disconnect that hose and put on an air fitting, then I can charge this bottom cavity with air pressure.
Yikes.
So I've cycled the cylinder all the way back up and we should have got the majority of the oil from the top of the cylinder back into the holding tank. So now what I need to do is disconnect this hose, remove the top fitting, and then we can get ready to pull out the cylinder. And to give myself a little bit more clearance when I lower the cylinder out of the frame, I'm going to remove this pressing plug.
Ah.
Not even tight. So I am having a bit of dramas trying to lift this gland out. So what I'm going to do is tap these holes to an M10 so I can use some bolts to lift it out. Stopped.
Oh.
There's our problem. So that's the gland out, and we can see what the problem is. One seal is completely broken and the others aren't too far behind it. So now we're going to remove the rod and check the seals on the piston. So if you thought the seals in the gland were bad, the seals on the piston are so much worse.
Oh. Oh.
We can see that the piston, the rod and the barrel are fine. They are still in really good condition. It's just from over time the seals have deteriorated and fallen apart. So what we're going to do now is get all the seals stripped off the piston and out of the gland so we can order in some new ones.
Oh. Oh. Oh, jeez.
So that was a real mess trying to remove those old seals. What they are made from is very poor quality, and I don't think they're actually suitable or compatible for hydraulic oil. But I guess this is just one of those things that you get what you pay for. Now we've got them out, we can take some measurements and organise some new seals.
What's in it? What's in it? What do you got? What about the What about crocodile? What have I done? Okay, come on. Good boy.
Righto guys, so all of our new seals have arrived except for the wiper seal. It wasn't available and we just can't wait around for it to be made. But luckily we didn't damage that seal when we removed it, so we're able to reuse it again. So we're going to clean the gland using some brake cleaner, then we're going to install the new seals. These are our new pressure seals. As you can see, they are a very high quality, so we shouldn't have any issues with them breaking down like the original ones did.
Uh-huh.
That done. So with the gland done, now we can get the seals fitted on the piston. that out of the road for the time being. So this wear band just isn't wanting to sit in position, and that's because it is a generic wear band material that you cut to size. So it doesn't really hold its shape very well, but what I'm going to use is some high tack grease to hold it in place while we do the assembly.
There we go.
So if you're wondering what this is on the rod, this is a stop tube. Typically they're used on cylinders to limit the stroke length. On this one, it is also used to stop the piston from covering up the bottom oil port, which would lock up the cylinder. So all I need to do now is give the inside of the barrel a clean, and then we can reassemble it. So that's our cylinder reassembled. It was a little bit tight getting the piston down through the barrel. Now it's all back together, we can get it put back in the press. So that's everything fitted back to the press. What I'm going to do now is gradually cycle the cylinder up and down, and I'm just going to introduce some oil to displace the air out of those cavities. If I was to just deadhead the cylinder all the way to the bottom, it would create something called dieseling, where air rushes past the seals, creates baby explosions and rips them apart, and we'd be no better off than where we were before we started. Righto guys, so that's a repair completed on our hydraulic press. All up there was only about $250 in seals and it took about 2.5 hours. And most of that time was spent undoing the gland and doing it back up again. But now this is ready to go back to work. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.
I could just make an outtakes of what happens when Curtis doesn't listen to me.
Turned it 180 degrees
Is that it?
and now it's solid.
There's got to be something else going on then. It's not because there's like there's no like pressure running through it right now, is there?
No. Maybe you're right.
Maybe I was right. Do you need a tray over here?
No.
What did I say about getting a tray?
Actually, over there on top of the lathe.
On top of the lathe?
Lathe? The Stanko.
Stanko.
No, lathe!
Too many lathes. It's a good thing we had a tray there.
Yeah, it's a fucking great idea.
It sounds like there's a child swinging up there. Okay, let's just ignore that sound.
Right, you ready?
I don't like that angle.
How you going guys? Curtis from Cutting Edge Engineering. How you going guys? Curtis from Cutting Edge Engineering. So fuck me. You could help. What's after that?
Let's change angles. Maybe that'll help.
I don't think so. So we've cycled that all the way up and we should got onto the majority. Was that a word? Right. So as you can see, these new pressure seals are of very high quality. They are going to last a lot longer than but I can see that the piston and the rod and the piston, rod and the barrel. But I can see the piston, fuck, I did it again. And we didn't have time for it to be, fuck, I did it again. Unfortunately, it wasn't available and we don't have the time for, fuck, I did it again.
Oh my god. But now
Right.
we got... Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god. Was that the same hammer?
Second hammer.
Okay, let's not use them.
See, they're a great hammer because you can unbolt them and replace the faces, but they don't stay together very well, so I think I need to make some upgrades or buy some new hammers. You'll rip it. You'll rip it. Listen, homeless, stop it. Righto. You need to move your toys when I'm bringing the forklift in.
Oh.
Embarrassing.
Oh, I feel like...
Back up.
Come on.
Oh, wait. Come on.